Welcome back, everybody, to MLB The Show with the Tampa Bay Rays. We start today at 74 and 68, and as a reminder, we have lost the last two games to the Orioles. We are going to start Game 3 right now. Garrett Hampson leads off against Dean Kramer. He will take a walk and will try to steal second. He gets burned on second base, so we don't make that there. Yandy takes a walk behind him, and then DeLuca strikes out. Rosario will single, so we've got two men on for Brock Jones. Let's see if we can make something happen here in Game 3. 2 outs, 2 men on. Brock Jones, I've been trying to give his moment as he makes great contact, drive to center field, but not deep enough. That will end the first for us. I keep trying to give Brock Jones his moment, and he just doesn't quite get there each time. So one of these times it will work. We'll have that highlight reel kind of a deal for him. Meanwhile, Taj Bradley will start in the bottom of the first and gets the first 3 batters out. We'll move ahead to the top of the third where Mejia will strike out. Garrett Hampson comes back up and he will double. Making Dean Kramer work a little bit now. And we'll bring up Yandy with 1 out. Speed on second base. Contact from Yandy will drive that to right field, but somewhat shallow, so we will not send Hampson over to third. 2 outs now. And here we go, it's DeLuca, 0 for 1 so far. And he will pop that up to the second baseman. And that will do it for the top of the third. Another man stranded. Unfortunately. We do have to make something happen here in Game 3 as Taj is in trouble. 1 out, 2 men on. And he will strike out Will Benson on a great curveball that just sinks right below the zone for his second strikeout of the day. And now Austin Hayes will come up and inherit the 2 men on. Yandy, oh no, he stops it. He couldn't quite grab it. And that will go, oh man. Runner scores. I don't think that's an error. I think that's just unfortunate. Wow. So the first run comes in for the Orioles. Rutschman will lift that up into left field and Jones will get there. But the Orioles strike first. So a 1-run lead. We move to the top of the 5th now. And Palacios will single to get on for us. Siri will single behind him. So 2 men on. That means we're coming back in here. And Francisco Mejia. 0-1 against him right now. The delivery from Kramer. Mejia lifting that out to center field. Going pretty deep. And that will be deep enough for us to think about the attempt. Can we get there? Yes. The throw is off the bag, and so now we've got runners on the corners with only 1 out. Garrett Hampson is back up for his 3rd attempt. And he will watch ball 2 just outside of the zone. Good discipline on display. 2-2. And that is driven. First base. Can he get there? The run back. He's saved. Garrett Hampson will leg out a single and drive in our first run to tie the game. All right, so we're back into the mix of things now. 2 men on with 1 out, and Yandy Diaz up to the plate. He will lift that down right field, and it's fair. Wow, that was so close. Oh my gosh, Yandy with a double. The throw is offline. 2 runs come in. I'm not sending Yandy to third. He doesn't quite have the speed there, but wow. A double and 2 RBIs. Let's take a look at this replay because we got to see how close it was. It's curving and it is, gosh, it even looks foul there. Let's get a closer view. And it will land just barely on the last inch of white. Incredible. Holy crap. So Yandy's on second, still only 1 out, and we have the lead now, 3-1, and DeLuca watches ball 1 up and in. Can he bring Yandy home and give us a little bit more insurance? 1-1. And he will drive that to left field. It is shallow enough to fall in. We'll send Yandy. Go, go, go. Oh, yeah, the throw is way offline for Rutsch. And that's a 4-1 lead now. So it's 0-1 against Ahmed Rosario. Wow, great line drive to center field, and that does just barely drop in there. So our 5th inning will continue to be successful. How far can we go? The Orioles are going to make a change to Tyler Wells, who has had a really good year so far through 118 innings. And here we go. Brock Jones queued up for another potential highlight moment. Can he come through this time? He's 0-2 on the day. And he will dribble that one up, and oh gosh, no. That's a double play. Brock Jones misses the opportunity one more time. But we've at least done the damage to give us a lead. And now Taj tries to hold on in the bottom of the fifth. O'Hearn flies out. Paredes with a solo home run. And then Will Benson behind him will also drive a solo shot over the wall. And Taj has cut our lead immediately down to only one. Austin Hayes will ground out, and then Rutschman will double as well. So an exciting fifth inning for the Orioles. Let's step in and see if we can get us out of it. Rafael Devers will watch ball one inside. Let's try this again. I didn't quite get that spot I wanted. That's better, and Devers will foul that off to the left. So 1-1. Come on, Taj. Misses the changeup below the zone. These are the moments I need you to clamp down. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the timing with the changeup up in the zone. 2-2. Contact there brings it to Hampson, who will throw to first and end the fifth. The lead still intact. No shortage of excitement in this series against the Orioles as Taj starts the bottom of the sixth versus Gunnar, who will fly out. Santander will strike out, and then Luis Roberts Jr. will flash a solo home run on the board himself. So the Orioles have tied it up now here. Top of the seventh. Tyler Wells still out there on the mound versus Mejia, and that will be a single. Garrett Hampson will hit into a double play, and then Yandy Diaz is next, and he will single with 2 outs to keep the inning alive. Let's see if we can do anything with DeLuca after that. I don't know why I hit pause there. I don't know. Anyways, 2 outs, 1 man on, tie game, top of the seventh. DeLuca! Beautiful crack of the bat. Drives that to center right field. It is off the wall. DeLuca with a double. And he will drive the lead run in. 5-4 now. That's only DeLuca's second double of the year so far. Rosario. Oh, no. I tried to hold back on that. Rosario will strike out to strand him. But we have the lead one more time. And we're going to bring in Joe Record, who has been phenomenal through his 3 innings in the major league level so far, mainly against right-handed batters. They're only averaging 143, but through 3 innings, it's a very small sample size. I want his success to continue, and he will face Isaac Paredes, who he will fool with a curveball high and outside for the first out on the bottom of the seventh. Next up is Will Benson. He's ahead 0-2. The delivery. Fooled him on the changeup. 2 strikeouts for Joe Record to lead the bottom of the seventh. Can he continue versus Austin Hayes? It's 0-1. And no, Hayes will drive that to center field. A 2-out single to keep the inning going for the Orioles. And Record will not have a clean inning yet. But he will nail Rutschman on the lower outside corner, and Rutschman is arguing the call. That was clearly strike 3. Sorry about your luck, Rutsch. Record gets us out of the seventh. Top of the eighth now with 2 outs. Richie Palacios at the plate. Tyler Wells still on the mound. That is a ball outside. Easier to take that one than most of the pitches that we see. That just wasn't quite competitive. Palacios is 1 for 3 on the day. Can he do anything else? Yes, he can! He'll drive that deep to right field, and that will give us just 1 more insurance run as we are in the late stages of this game. A 2-run lead now, thanks to Richie Palacios on the solo shot. Number 9 on the year. That is awesome. And it's a full count with 2 outs for Jose Siri, who is 1 for 3. Can we get anything else? He'll take ball 4, so Siri goes to first. And our number 9 hitter, Mejia, is back up now. 2 outs, speed on first. And he'll go for it. Can he make it? Mejia drives that deep to right center field, but not back far enough. So the hit and run attempt doesn't quite go anywhere, and we'll bring in Phil Maton to try to close this one out. He's been phenomenal through nearly 80 innings pitched, a 2.5 ERA. Oh, not quite close it out, sorry. It's only the bottom of the 8th. That is a big swing and a miss from Devers, though, and Maton gets the first out. Gunnar Henderson is now up 0-1, and he will drive that over. Diaz able to stop it, throw it to Maton for the assist, and Gunnar is out at first base. I want to see the replay, just how close was that? Yeah, he almost had it, but luckily, quick reactions from Maton, and we do get the out. Fundamentals win the day. Santander will watch strike 3, and that ends the 8th and sets us up for an exciting finish. Can Fairbanks do better than what we've seen lately? It has been up and down all over the place with Fairbanks. I'm just really hoping to see him close out the year on a high note. And we will need a close from him today for that to happen. Luis Robert Jr. drives that to left field, though, and it's not going to start well for Fairbanks, as that will be a leadoff double for Baltimore. Already showing signs of worry. What else can we do with Fairbanks? I'm going to go ahead and mound visit. Look at the confidence level. He's thrown one pitch, gives up a double, and his confidence is cut in less than half. This is just really, really concerning that Fairbanks has been having so much trouble. He's up 0-2 against O'Hearn. Swing and a miss on the circle change will give us our first out, and Mejia trying to motivate him a little bit, saying, yeah, bud, you got it. It's all right, Fairbanks, we could do this. Our old pal Isaac Paredes will step up with one out and a man in scoring position. And Westberg will take that at third base to quickly get out number 2. So Fairbanks has been able to get the list, their last 2. And Benson swings and misses. Yes, Fairbanks does close this one out successfully, and we stave off the sweep from Baltimore as we remain competitive with the division leader currently. But wow, what a tough series against them that was. The Orioles do take the series. Fairbanks gets save number 34. Taj gets win number 8. So we are 75 and 68, 9.5 games back behind the Orioles now, 6.5 game back behind the Blue Jays. In the AL East, we still have a decent lead over the Yankees and the Red Sox, so we are firmly in number 3 right now. How does the wild card look? We are 6 games back, tied with the Angels and the Guardians. We are all 14 games away from elimination, so the wild card is still absolutely in play for all of us. The Royals behind us are facing much more adversity. 10 games away from elimination, 9.5 games back. They need to go on a win streak like never before in order to get there. And we just need to win most of these games. A 3-game set in Philly is coming up next. 85 and 58, they're having a great year. Let's go ahead and start game 1. Ahmed Rosario is leading off today. And he will line out for the first out. Yandy Diaz behind him will strike out for the second out, and Josh Lowe will ground out. So Philly gets through the top of the first, no problem. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Trey Turner will line out. Whit Merrifield behind him will fly out, and Jeffrey Springs versus Bryce Harper will end in a fly out as well. Both pitchers doing good through the first inning. How about the top of the second? Brandon Lau will reach on an error. Arozarena behind him will strike out. Jordan Westberg will then get a shot, and he will line out. So now Richie Palacios, the last hope in the top of the second for anything to happen, and he will single. So now we've got a man on first and second for Jose Siri. Let's go ahead and enter the game and see what we can do. It is 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 men on in the second. Jose Siri will drive that to center field, and that will be played. Will strand 2, and Philly gets out of the second cleanly so far. Bottom of the second now, and Jeffrey Springs will try to hang on as well. Kyle Schwarber will single to start off the game, well, the inning for Philadelphia. Castellanos will fly out. Alec Boehm then will inherit the runner, and that is a 2-run homer from Alec Boehm to give Philadelphia the lead early on, 2-0. Rodolfo Castro is up next, and he will double, so Springs is in trouble in the bottom of the second now, verified. Let's go ahead and drop in. JT Realmuto is up to the plate, and Springs is ahead 1-2. And Realmuto drives that into left center field, and that is back far enough to go, and that will be an RBI double for Realmuto. So Philly is able to extend their lead now 3-0. Still only one out. Man. Let's see what we can do against Rojas. Runners on the move. I finally got a good reaction there. Did we get him? No! Man, that was so close. I gotta see. No, I'm not gonna even watch it. Forget it. That's fine. I had a good reaction there, though. That's on camera. And Rojas will drive that to right field. Not quite deep enough back for Josh to get there. And that is another RBI. The second inning has been very tough for Jeffrey Springs. Trey Turner now. And he will get that through into center field as well. Siri, the throw to third. Can we burn him? No! Come on, man. That looked like we nailed his arm several feet before he touched the bag. But now it's runners on the corners. Westberg. Ooh, I almost missed the double play shot, and then we do carve it out. So, wow. That was nearly just misplayed by me, but luckily we got there. Rosario is up now after Mejia grounds out. Rosario will get on with a single. Yandy Diaz now with a shot to give us something in return in the top of the third as we try to strike back against Philly and remain competitive in the early game after Springs has had such a rough start. Yes, that sounded fantastic. Yandy with a laser beam line drive into center field, and we have two men on with only one out now. And Josh Lowe will get this opportunity with two men on, one out. He will drive that, and it will go through into right field. We're sending the runner home. We need our first run, and he will make it. So Josh will have a single and an RBI as we do finally strike back against Philly in the top of the third. Next up is Arozarena. It's 0-1 against him. Wow, that really hung, and Arozarena is able to get that one and handle it well into center field. And we will, ooh, man, I thought it was accidentally going to be even better for Philly right there, but they don't get the tag in, so we have cut the lead in half now, 2-4, with still two men on, two outs, and Jordan Westberg. No, we've got a double steal on the way, and he made it! Wow, I can't believe it, it looked out! A double steal. Josh gets to 40 steals, Arozarena to 33. Unbelievable. And Westberg now in even better position as he drives that up to right field. And we will strand both of them off of that spectacular double steal. That was still really cool to see, even if it didn't go on anywhere else. Bottom of the third with one out now for Springs, and Kyle Schwarber will lift that to left field. Arozarena will attempt the jump, not even close. And Philadelphia will ring the bell and extend their lead. That is home run number 42 for Kyle Schwarber. Ouch! My goodness. We've got to stop this. In order to do that, I think we need to get Springs out of this game. It's just been too much. Philly's been too tough against him, so he's going to go sit down for the rest and think about what he's done. We'll bring in Joe Record again, who we just saw in Game 3 versus the Orioles. He had another pretty clean inning. 4 innings pitched now, and I hope it continues. I don't know how long it's going to go. In the Two Idiots franchise, we had a similar situation like this. We called up a guy named Porter Hodge, and he did fantastic for us in the first year. And that will be a 1-pitch out to Josh Lowe. So out number 2 only takes 1 pitch from Joe Record. And now Alec Bohm comes back around. And that is another 1-pitch out. That's got to be some kind of a record, eh? Bottom of the fourth now, Joe Record does give up a single to Castro. He will hit JT Realmuto. So there are 2 men on now for Rojas. And he will give that to Rosario. We throw to second. Can we make it to first? No, not in time. Rojas is just too quick. So men on the corners, 1 out for Trey Turner. No, that sounded just like it looks. It's gone. Trey Turner with a 3-run blast, and Joe Record's clean record gets demolished. Ouch. Philly is just too difficult offensively to deal with right now. It's 8-2 in only the 4th inning. We'll make another pitcher switch now to Drew Rasmussen to hopefully stop the bleeding and try to keep us in somewhat of a realistic way of getting back here. Oh no! Merrifield deep back to left field. Arosarena's got a chance. No! They'll ring the bell again! Philadelphia cannot be stopped! Whit Merrifield with only his 6th home run on the year, and it comes at our expense. The switch to Rasmussen immediately burns us. Gosh. Nothing else happens really exciting here, so we'll skip forward to the top of the 8th, and Ahmed Rosario will drive that to left field. It does drop in, so that is a lead-off single. But when we're down by 7, it's going to take a little more than that to get excited. Yandy Diaz now at the plate. It is 1-1 against him. Maestrini. Wow, that sounded awesome. Yandy drives it to left center field. It does find the wall. That will be an RBI double for Yandy Diaz. It's something at least, and I will celebrate that RBI. Let's go. Josh Lowe back to the plate. It is 0-2 right now in the count. And he will drive that to left field. A line drive for Lowe. And that will be an RBI single. So yes, we have driven in 2 runs now as Josh will celebrate it first. And the Phillies, time to get serious, I guess. They'll bring in Matt Strahm. And he looks incredibly intimidating at 59 innings pitched with a 1.68 ERA. Ouch. Can Brandon Lau do anything against him? First, we're going to try to steal second with Josh, and he will do it. So a stolen base for the 2nd time this game. That is number 41 on the year. I am chasing 50 stolen bases with Josh. Hopefully we can get there. 0-2 to Lau. Swing and a miss on that good fastball inside as Strahm gets the first out for Philly. Arosarena's up next. Still speed on second. 1 out. And he will drive that past first base. Let's send Josh home. Go, go, go. I think he's got the speed. Yes, the throw's offline anyways. So it is now 5-9 after the RBI single from Arozarena. So we're making some stuff happen here in the top of the 8th. This could be a Mets comeback kind of a situation. Who knows? Westberg now. We're sending Arozarena to second. The throw is not there in time. So for the 2nd time today now, again, Arozarena has his 34th stolen base. Love it. Man in scoring position for Westberg. He'll drive that to right field, but it does come somewhat shallow. Not enough room for Arozarena to chance the run over to 3rd. Still in scoring position, though, and Richie Palacios comes up to the plate. 2 outs, 0-1, and we'll try Arozarena to 3rd. Yes, he will make it. I attempted a hit and run there, actually, but Arozarena gets his 3rd stolen base of the day, number 35. That is awesome. Full count to Palacios now. Can we get Strahm in any more trouble? It's a bloop to left field, and it does fall in. Palacios will drive in another run. 6-9 now, as the 8th has been very successful for us here. I'm going to pinch run Garrett Hampson. I want that speed on the bag. He did have today off, but with that speed, you know what else is coming. He's got to go. Run. Get there. Take it. Yes! Hampson's safe. Another stolen base on Philly. That is awesome. The max speed is over 20 miles an hour there. Wow. Hampson is a gazelle. Jose Siri will have this opportunity now. Behind 0-2 with 2 outs. Hampson on second. Come on. No! A sinker high and outside will fool the, I guess, timing and placement. I don't know. And Philly brings in Jose Alvarado to close it down. Top of the 9th, Francisco Mejia. 2-1 is the count. Let's see what we can do here. An incredibly successful 8th inning, and the 9th will start with a ground out. So nothing yet there, but the lineup turns over and Rosario steps back to the plate. He is 2 for 4 on the day. And he will dribble that over to shortstop, and that's out number 2. So Philly about to close this game on us, and Yandy Diaz, 2 for 4 on the day. He is ahead now, 2-0. The delivery from Alvarado is inside with that sinker. So Yandy, 3-0. You know he's got a green light. I'm actually going to do a power swing here with 2 outs. Why not? Yes! Yandy to left field! It wraps around the foul pole. A solo shot with 2 outs at the midnight hour in this game. Wow. Number 17 for Yandy Diaz, and we have shown life. Tampa Bay is not going to meekly bend over to Philadelphia today. 7-9 now. The wraparound show vision camera shows the trajectory. A beautiful solo shot from Yandy Diaz. And Josh Lowe is now the final batter that we have behind 1 and 2. Inside, way inside. Actually, that nearly hit him. Oh, am I going to bunt? No, I'm just joshing you. Get it? That had layers. 2 and 2. And no, the timing is off. A sinker challenges him in the center zone. And maybe we were distracted by the jokes, and Philly closes it out. I don't know. But we did have a great and exciting attempt at the comeback, and it just did not quite work out. The box score will show the story. 11 hits, 8 strikeouts, not a single walk today, though. Maybe that could have been the difference if we had more discipline, not sure. Yandy, 3 for 5 on the day as the big contributor with his home run, and we had a total of 6 stolen bases. Jeffrey Springs gave up 5 through his 2 1/3, and that was the real problem today. Joe Record giving up 3 sucks, but he's been great in his outings aside from that. So Philly takes game 1. Can we salvage this series after dropping the series versus Baltimore? And game 2 is a 3-0 shutout victory for us. The box score shows 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and again, no walks. But we did have home runs today from Josh Lowe and Rene Pinto, the backup catcher. Garrett Hampson had 2 doubles. Yandy Diaz and Brock Jones also had a double, so that's pretty cool to see. Zach Littell, Phil Maton, Colin Poche, and Pete Fairbanks all contribute to a 4-pitcher shutout victory. That is awesome to see, and Fairbanks gets save number 35. Moving on to Game 3. Can we take this one? We're at 76-69 for our record, and Shane McClanahan gets the start. There is it's a eligible reinstated in AA, I'm not sure. We'll just leave him out. 6-3, we do win. Shane McClanahan picks up victory number 9 as we take the series versus Philly. That is great news for us as they are one of the best teams in baseball right now, and as we're in this wild card race, every victory counts. Josh Lowe with another home run today. Arozarena joins him in going over the wall. We had 13 hits, 6 strikeouts, and our first walk in 3 games. We used 6 pitchers today in order to get the victory, and it was well worth it. McClanahan has an excellent quality start with 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, and only 1 earned run. Rasmussen gave up 2. Adam Poche, Fairbanks, and Kelly all contribute to the rest of the game and seal this series. So that is awesome. 77-69 is where we will end this episode today. We are 7 games back, 11 games out from elimination, and 6.5 games out of the wild card race. Can't wait to see how this season closes, and I am very appreciative that you guys are sticking with me. I'll see you next episode.